So Wei-Yin Chen is the starter for the Marlins tonight. He is 0-2 with a 13.5 ERA and 8.2 innings of work. This Marlins team coming into the game 0-10. Haven't won a game yet this year, and they have been getting, well, pounded just about. Their team ERA over 8 right now. And there's Cesar Hernandez leading off. You see his numbers. First pitch from Chen is in for a strike, and we are underway here at Marlins Park. Hernandez coming into today's game with a 15-game hitting streak. So that dates back to last season. The 0-1 from Chen is back up the middle, a base hit. Cesar Hernandez, a leadoff single. And 2 pitches in the game, the Phils have a runner on base. That'll bring up Aaron Altair. Altair hitting .385 this year. Of course, last night, what a performance by Ben Lively. Lively throwing the perfect game. Phils winning by a final of 10-0. Offense really clicking these last few games for the Phils. First pitch to Altair is a fastball up for a ball. Here's our umpiring crew for the night. Earl Hendricks behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Willie Keller at first, Ed Drummond at second, and Clyde Washington over at third. Chen's 1-0 is a fastball in for a strike. It's even at 1-1. One pitch from Chen is swung on and sent into right field. Not very deep. It's caught, and that'll be 1 down. Throw comes back into the infield to second. Hernandez wasn't going anywhere. That's 1 down. Well, here's a look at the Phils lineup for today. And we highlight Maikel Franco right now. 4 for 10, 2 homers and 6 runs driven in on the season. Nick Williams getting the start in right. Bryce Harper getting the day off. And here's Rhys Hoskins. First pitch to Hoskins is swung on and sent down the right field line, but that's foul and out of play. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 to Hoskins is driven deep in the right center field. It's going back. It is gone. A 2-run home run for Rhys Hoskins, his 7th of the season, and the Phils jump out to a 2-0 lead here in the first. One of our keys to the game was getting out, jumping on Chen as early as they possibly could. Chen struggling. I mean, when you have an ERA above 13, that is not getting it done, and that's not going to help his ERA as Hoskins deposits a 2-run shot into the right field seats. Chen's first pitch is in for a strike. Nick Williams is the batter now. Williams getting the start in right. It was a good slider there by Chen. The 0-1. Fastball on the outside corner in for a strike. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Boy, Williams chased. And that's what happens when you get behind in the count. You go swinging at pitches that you probably shouldn't. Here's Maikel Franco. You see his numbers? First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Franco last year got hurt early in the year, missed the remainder of the season, so he's looking for some redemption as that pitch is in for a ball. Franco was having a very good year up until the injury. One is swung on and sent to third. Throw is over the head of the first baseman, and Franco will get in with an error. Boy, it looked as if the Marlins were going to get out of this inning, but that's an E5. Chen will have to throw some more pitches here, and that is one of the things that the Phillies have been able to do this year, make teams pay when their pitchers have to throw more pitches in an inning. Pena had no chance of getting to that. That was an awful throw. That'll bring up Colby Delgado. First pitch to Delgado is a fastball in for a strike. Delgado with 2 home runs this year, his first 2 career homers. Did not spend a lot of time with the big club last year. Was up for a few games, but not a lot. That's swung on and sent in the right, but it's caught, and that'll retire the side. Rhys Hoskins, 2-run shot, puts the Phils on the board. 2 hits and an error for the Phils. We go to the bottom of the first. Marlins coming to bat, trailing 2-0. Here's Jake Arrieta for the Phils. 14 innings of work. He's 2-0. Has yet to give up a run this year. 21 strikeouts up against 1 walk. And you see that whip. Any whip under 1 is pretty good. And Arrieta is .64 as he faces Tom Beavers to lead off the game.
Center fielder, Tom Beavers.
First pitch to Beavers is high for a ball. The 1-0 is swung on and chopped foul. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Good slider from Arrieta. He's now ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch just misses. Count evens at 2 apiece. There's another look at it. Just missed the bottom of the zone with that slider. Two pitches are called. 3rd strike, and Beavers goes down looking, 1 out. Well, when you're 0-10, not a lot that you can look forward to as far as your starting lineup. The Marlins, as you see, 198 overall batting average, 14th in the National League. Here's a guy who's actually having a good year batting, Bryce Pena, hitting .333. Arrieta's first pitch to Pena is in for a strike. Oh, 1 from Arrieta is outside. 1-1. 1-1 pitch is sort of bunted. Throw to first is not going to be in time. That will be a base hit for Bryce Pena. And the Marlins get their first hit of the series. And you can hear the sort of sarcastic, loud cheers coming from this partisan crowd here at Marlins Park. Here's Kelby Tomlinson as he takes the first pitch in for a strike. Tomlinson, 158 average, 6 runs driven in on the year. It was back in the series in Philadelphia. He had a grand slam. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Now you talk about the Phil's ERA being at .50, but Tomlinson's grand slam resulted in no earned runs. 4 runs scored, none of them earned, as that pitch is in for a ball from Arrieta. It's 1-2. And the 1-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. It's 2 down.
Batting fourth, left fielder.
That'll bring up Garrett Brewster. First pitch to Brewster is in for a strike. Good sinker from Jake Arrieta. 0-1. It's a slider on the inside corner. Arrieta was wondering where that missed at. Looked like it was close. But the count evens at 1 apiece. 1-1 from Arrieta is chopped foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pena at first, he singled. 2 down in the inning. It's a 1-2 count on Garrett Brewster. Swung on, and it's a base hit in the center field. Altera is on it quickly. But that one wasn't an El Cheapo hit for Brewster. And the Marlins now have 2 runners on base. Here's JT Real Muto. And the first pitch to Real Muto is a swing and a miss for a strike. And when you look at all these averages for the Marlins, I mean, when your team batting average is under 200, you're going to see a lot of guys with batting averages under 200 as Real Muto takes for a ball. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 1-2. Fouled back around the first base side. Count still 1-2. Brewster at first. Pena at second. 1-2 count to Real Muto. On the ground. Hernandez has it. Throw to first is in time, and that'll retire the side. Marlins finally able to get a hit. They get 2 in the inning. But that's all. We go to the second. Phil's 2. Marlins nothing.
Leading off for Philadelphia, shortstop,
Freddie Galvis leading off here in the second, and the first pitch from Chen is a curveball in for a strike. 0-1 to Galvis. It's a slider. Looked good, but it's a called ball, and the count evens at 1-1. One pitch is inside and low. 2-1. One of the things the Phils have done a lot of this season is score early. and then score often as the game goes on. 2-1 to Galvis, swung on and sent in the center. Catch made, and that's one down.
Batting eighth, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
Here's a look at the Marlins defensively. Anderson at third, Riddle at short, Tomlinson at second, Pena at first, Brewster, Beavers, Brinson, the three Bs in the outfield from left to right, Chen and Real Muto, the battery tonight. Here's Jorge Alfaro. Fastball in for a strike. No balls and one strike to the Phil's catcher. Good fastball by Chen. It was right down the middle, but Phil's very patient and selective at the plate. The 0-1 is swung on and sent to short. Throw across the first is in time, and that's 2 down.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 40, Jake Arrieta.
Now to bring Jake Arrieta to the plate. Arrieta is yet to get a base hit this year. And the first pitch to Arrieta is in for a strike. Chen doing a very good job of getting that first pitch strike in. And when you have a team being as selective as the Phils have been, you want to jump out there and get that first pitch in for a strike. The 0-1 is swung on. It's a base hit in the right center field. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Arrieta's going to get in the second standing with a double, and how about that? Arrieta's first base hit of the year comes with 2 outs as the Phils now will roll that lineup over, and Cesar Hernandez will get an at-bat. Hernandez back in the first singled and scored a run on Rhys Hoskins' 2-run home run. Oh, and there's Chen. I mean, now you talk about just trying to get pitches to get over. He laid a cookie in there for Arrieta, and he got a base hit in the first pitch to Hernandez. It's a fastball up for a strike. Hernandez pushing his hitting streak to 16 games. And now the 0-1 is swung on and sent foul. Ball hit towards the Marlins dugout. No balls and 2 strikes on Hernandez. 0-2 pitch is swung on and sent deep, but well foul. Count remains 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is swung on in the center field, but Beavers has a bead on it. He'll make the grab, and now to retire to side. Phils get a hit in the inning, but Arrieta's left stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the second. Phils 2, Marlins nothing. It's Brian Anderson up for the Marlins to lead off the second. The Marlins half of the second, that is. First pitch is in for a strike. Now you come to these games here at Marlins Park, and that fish tank behind home plate, and just unbelievable. I mean, one of the most unique features I've ever seen in a ballpark as Anderson swings and misses. The count is now 0-2. And the 0-2 swung on, but right to Hernandez. He'll gather and throw to first. Anderson's retired, 1 down. Well, it's only right we take a look at the Phils defensively. Franco, Galvis, Hernandez, and Delgado on the infield. Hoskins, Altair, Williams, left to right. In the outfield, Arrieta and Alfaro, the battery tonight. Gonna bring up Lewis Brinson. Low. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sent to first. Delgado's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself. That's 2 down.
Batting 8, the shortstop, A.G. Riddle.
That'll bring up J.T. Riddle. Riddle, one of the guys in the Marlins lineup who is hitting over 200. And Riddle's a regular. He takes that pitch for a strike. But outside of that, the Marlins are just not getting the production from their offense at all. Riddle takes second pitch of the at-bat in for a strike. Looked like a slider that got the top part of the zone for Arrieta. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1, 2, 3 go to Marlins in their half of the second. We'll go to the third. Phil still holding on to a 2-0 lead.
Leading off for the Phillies, center fielder.
Aaron Altair up leading off here in the third. He flied out in his first at-bat. And he takes that for a strike. The 0-1. That swung on and sent deep in the left field. It's going to go off the wall. Altair is going to get in the second standing with a double. His third of the season, and the Phil's getting a leadoff double from Altair, getting a runner in scoring position. Here's Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins, of course, the provider of the 2 runs for the Phils as he takes a fastball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Hoskins, of course, hit that 2-run home run back in the first. The 1-0 to Hoskins is a changeup that just bites the bottom part of the zone. It's in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Hoskins. That swung on and sent in the right center field. That's going to get in for a base hit. Altair's going to come around to score. Hoskins is heading into second. He's got a stand-up double, replacing Altair on second. And it's a RBI double for Rhys Hoskins. He's driven in all 3 runs tonight. Phil's on top now 3-0. 7th double of the year for Rhys Hoskins. I'll bring up Nick Williams. Williams takes the first pitch for a strike. Williams struck out his first time up. Chen again getting a first pitch in for a strike. Chopped on the ground to second. Throw is thrown into the Phillies dugout. Oh, another error by the Marlins. That's going to bring Hoskins all the way around. He's going to score. Williams will end up at second. And the first pitch to Michael Franco is in for a ball. And the Phillies now leading it 4-0. That slider bites in for a strike. It's 1-1. And this is what we talked about. You don't want to give this Phillies team extra opportunities to put runs on the board. One to Franco is grounded to third. The throw to first is in time. That's one out. I mean, that's... Phils get a run. They didn't even do anything. It should have been the first out of the inning. Yeah, Hoskins was going to be standing on third, but at the very least, he wasn't in the score, but throw goes into the Phils dugout. Now it's 4-0. That'll bring Colby Delgado to the plate now. And the first pitch to Delgado is in for a strike. Delgado swings and rolls that one down the third baseline. Foul. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 is swung on and sent to left. Playable, should be caught and is. Williams is going to tag and head to third on the fly ball. So Delgado flies out to Brinson, and it's 2 down. That'll bring up Freddie Galvis. Galvis flied out in his first at-bat in the second. First pitch is a ball on the outside corner. One 0 pitch is in for a strike. Chen now throwing his pitches on the outside portion of the strike zone to Galvis. One pitch hit the third. Anderson's got it. His throw to first is in time, and now to retire to side. The Phils tack on 2 more runs. Marlins make another error. We go to the bottom of the third. Phils 4, Marlins nothing. Here's Wei-Yin Chen. Now, Chen not having a very good year on the mound, but at the plate he's hitting .333. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Chen took a hack at all 3 pitches, fouled 1, missed the next 2. It's Tom Beavers, struck out in his first plate appearance back in the first. That sinker's in for a strike. It's 0-1. That's in for a strike. It's 0-2. Arrieta's 0-2. Low. Ball and 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Chopped foul back behind the plate. We'll do the 2-2 all over again. Outside, just missed with that one. It's a full count. Swung on and that sent foul. We'll do the full count pitch all over again. It's a 3-2 count to Tom Beavers. Woo, just did get a piece of that one. Still a full count. I mean, it's a tale of two different pitchers. Chen and Arrieta's pitch count just about the same, but Arrieta hasn't really been in any trouble. That's outside for a ball. He walked him. And I was about to say Arrieta hasn't really been in any trouble, but he just walked the runner to first. Now to bring up Bryce Pena. Pena single back in the first. Check on the runner at first, but Beavers gets back in sliding, safe. Pena swings and misses at the fastball. No balls and a strike. Arrieta's going to check on the runner again, but Beavers is back safely. Swing and a miss, strike two. No balls and two strikes to Pena. Tom Beavers at first, he walked. One out in the inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's 2 down for the Marlins.
Now batting, second baseman, Kelby Tomlinson.
Looked like Pena just wanted to try to hit that and put it in play, but he didn't. He strikes out. Here's Kelby Tomlinson as he takes the first pitch for a strike. Tomlinson struck out in his first at-bat. Oh, 1. In for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 from Arrieta is swung on just past Delgado. Beavers is going to stop at second. It's a single for Kelby Tomlinson. And for the second time in this ball game, the Marlins are going to have runners on first and second. Good pitch by Arrieta. Delgado should have been able to field this ball over at first. He just couldn't get his glove on it. Ball goes in the right field. Garrett Brewster up. He's singled back in the first. Takes that for a strike, and the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. Arrieta at 50 pitches here in the 3rd inning. The 0-2. Taken for a ball. The 1-2, also low. Count evens at 2 apiece. Arrieta nibbling right now. Don't usually see this from Arrieta. He's usually very aggressive. 2-2 pitch is swung on, and it's a line out to Delgado. That'll retire the side. Marlins get another runner to second, but that'll be it. They strand him again. We go to the 4th. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, and Dan Plesac join you as we pick up things in the 4th inning. Phils holding a 4-0 lead.